What's up? This is Jeff Mann from Consider the Source, back with another Phish video drum lesson for you guys. Today we're going to take a look at the song All Things Reconsidered off of the album Rift. Here's a sneak peek at the final beat, and then we'll break it down. Alright, so let's take a look at what's happening here. This one's not too crazy difficult. I'm going to try and explain it nice and quickly for you guys so you can get to work. What's happening between the bass drum and the snare drum is a repeated figure. And it's going to be going 2 bass drums, then 2 snare drums. So if I make a line here, I'm going to make just a little note. Bass drum will be on the bottom, snare drum will be in the middle, and we're going to add some stuff to it. And it's just going 2 basses and 2 snares. 2 basses, 2 snares, 2 basses, 2 snares, and 2 basses followed by 2 last snares. Alright, if we connect these, we can kind of consider them in groups of 4. Think of it like that. And now we have 16th notes, which we can count. If we have 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and and that's how we're going to be breaking down the beat. So for the right foot and the left hand, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and all right. The most recognizable thing in this beat is the cowbell part that's happening. Later we're going to move it to the ride cymbal. It's going to be the same rhythm, and the rhythm goes like this. If we count that over our 16th notes, it's going to be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. So I'm going to write that down on top, and we'll see how they line up together between the bass, the snares, and the cowbell. So if the cowbell is going, and I'll write here CB on top for cowbell, we're going 1 and 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, and. Alright, so here's what this part will look like. These are some 16th rests, and 4 and. So here, I'll write it down on top. 1 E and 2 E, 3 E, 4 E and. So you can see where these line up, and I'm actually going to connect these notes to make it really easy for you guys to understand and see how they line up. And I'm just doing this visually to help really show exactly what's happening. So you can see that this first cowbell is going to go with the bass drum, and this next one's going to go with the first snare drum. So out of these first 4 notes, we have the cowbell going. The next section, the first 2 bass drums each get a cowbell, but then also one on the 4th snare drum. So the first half here would sound like this. Alright, we're halfway there. Second half, starting from the middle. The cowbells are on the upbeats here. 1, 3, E, It'll be on the 2nd bass drum and the 2nd snare drum. Alright, and the 4th one is the opposite. Instead of being on the upbeats, it's back like the original first section on the 8th notes on the downbeats. Alright, so these 2 are kind of opposites. This is going on, these 2 are the same, the first and the last, and they both go with the first bass drum and the first snare drum. This one's the opposite, goes to the seconds, and this kind of does its own thing. To practice, you can repeat any of these sections on their own individually. This first one repeated over and over sounds like this. The second one repeated over will sound like this. Third one, and we don't have to do the 4th because it's going to be the same as the first. This is the last one. Alright, all good exercises to work on. Together. element we're going to add is our left foot, which right now is not doing anything, but we're going to put that on all the ands. So I'll write here HH on the bottom for foot, and if I try a little eighth note rest, we can put it on every and. This is a little tricky to get together. I recommend you do these parts in combinations, maybe not trying all 4 limbs at the same time, just maybe 2 or 3 at a time. So for instance, if we took away the right hand and we had the bass, the snare, and the hi-hat, it'll sound like this. If we had the cowbell, the snare, and the hi-hat, it sound like this. Alright, you tried the combinations that we didn't cover on your own. And this is the final version, getting both feet going. So now the repeated pattern that repeats every beat will sound like this. And we just need to get our cowbell added. After you do it a few times in the cowbell, it moves to the ride cymbal, and that's pretty much the whole song. Enjoy, practice, and let me know what other songs you guys like to see broken down. I'll try my best, and if you're interested in private drum lessons, shoot me an email, jeffmann, M-A-N-N, drums @gmail.com. We can get to work. Peace.